said in the last video? If he made that kind of progress natural in that short period of time, imagine what it'll look like in a year. He's probably an IFBB pro by now, isn't he? Coach Greg, and remember Jack? He got jacked. Well, guess what? He's been jilled. Sorry, just telling it like it is. So let this video be a warning to you. You can't just take PDs, put on the muscle that you want, stop, and keep your gains. So many people think, oh, I'll just go on a cycle, I'll just take some SARMs, I'll put on the muscle, I'll train harder than last time, then I'll stop and I'll be happy. Case in point, Jack. And we don't know for sure if he took anything, but we just assume he did. We speculate that he did. And for full transparency, I do believe that Joe believes that he was natural. So you can say what you want, but with the gains he made that quickly, I would say that he's probably about as natural as Mike O'Hearn. And when I say he's not natural, doesn't mean he's on steroids, could easily have been SARMs. But since that time, what's happened to him? Has he kept the gains? Is he getting bigger? Has he blown up? Remember what I said in the last video? If he made that kind of progress natural in that short period of time, imagine what it'll look like in a year. He's probably an IFBB pro by now, isn't he? Well, let's tune in and see. It's been a year. What kind of gains has he made since then?
Do you guys recognise this individual right here?
If your answer to that was no, then let me explain.
It was yes. He looks exactly the way he looked a year ago before he started working out.
Just want to get bigger and put on muscle.
And those few words started one of the craziest transformations ever.
When you hear the words craziest transformation ever and 100% natural, that's kind of an oxymoron now, isn't it? What are the odds craziest transformation ever and natural? Not very high now, is it?
Every night he'd be in my garage killing himself, pushing his body to the limit every single session.
So here are the results of pushing yourself to the limit, training harder than last time every single session, leaving no stone unturned, eating perfectly, training every day, doing everything and anything to get as jacked as humanly possible.
The transformation was so good, literally nobody believed it.
Is there one person out there that thinks this is natural? And the answer to that is yes. Joe Fazer. He's the only one that actually thinks he was natural.
Let's see how the physique's looking.
Have a look him.
Probably not what you were expecting.
Literally nothing like what I expected. I expected he would at least continue to work out a little bit, keep half his gains, maybe have the muscle he built but put on a little bit of body fat. But no, he completely gave up. Gave up 100%, threw in the towel, I'm done with this.
The main factor for me was just demotivation. Like, I just didn't enjoy working out as much. And on top of that, another lockdown hit and I just couldn't get to Joe's to work out and I just didn't pick it back up after.
And why did he stop working out? He lost his motivation. And you know why? Because he took on too much. He tried too hard. Everybody is highly motivated when you first join the gym. New Year's resolution, you just start a diet, you join the gym. I'm gonna train 2 hours every day. I can't wait to make a transformation. Oh my goodness, everyone's gonna be shocked. Watch my before and after. That is not the way to do it. Do you know why? This is why. He made an incredible transformation, lost all of it. What is the point? Would he have not been smarter to train every other day? To make smaller gains? To stretch out that progress over the course of the year? Rather than make such a crazy transformation, would it have been more realistic to make small changes? Small changes he could do forever. If he had, guess how he would look a year later? He would look the way he did in the after. Except he would have kept that throughout the year, done it natural, and kept those gains for years. But no one listens to Coach Greg. Everyone wants it now. I want my before and after transformation in 30 days. 3 months, maximum. I don't want to take a year or two to lose the weight. I want to lose 5 pounds a week. I want to be a star. I want to make a night and day transformation, all natural. Shock everyone. Why can't people just make small, steady changes that are realistic, maintainable, manageable, that you can do for the rest of your life?
67.2 kilos.
It was 70 after the 100 days.
So you've only lost 3 kilos.
Yeah.
And what's happened to him physique-wise in the last 9 months? Well, he's lost 3 kilograms. That's over 6 pounds. All muscle. And arguably, he's got more body fat now than before, so probably lost 7-8 pounds of pure muscle. And the guy is only 67 kilograms. That is a lot of muscle to lose. It's not like he's 6'5", weighs 300 pounds. 8 pounds of muscle on a guy this size, that is a lot to lose. And it's undeniable, you can see just how much muscle he's lost. So do you really think you can make that kind of transformation natural in that short of a period of time and then lose it all in 9 months if you stop working out? This is a young guy. He literally lost muscle despite the fact he's just a teenager. Teenagers, they don't typically lose muscle. Unless, of course, you're on PDs, stopped, and your testosterone levels were shut down, suppressed, then you can no longer produce the testosterone that you're supposed to, and then you lose the muscle, go back to baseline. Case in point.
In the 100-day period, it went from 80 kilograms to 150 kilograms.
So back when he trained, he started at 80 kilograms and got up to 150. He almost doubled his squat during a short transformation. Natural.
Let's see what he can do now.
And what can he squat? Well, he does 100 kilograms with ease, but then makes the big mistake of adding in too much weight. Adds on 20 kilograms. It's a 20% jump. When you're testing a 1 rep max, let me give you a piece of advice. Don't make ridiculously fast jumps. You don't go from 100 kilograms to 120. What would make sense? 105, 110, not 120. Because if you fail at 120, well, how much could you squat? You probably would have got 110, but you don't know.
Let's find out.
Try not to add more than 10% more than you just lifted. You go from 100, 110, even 105. You get the 105, you can always do 110. And on the bench press, presses 70 with ease, jumps to 80. It's too much. Big mistake. Should have went to 75. Probably would have got that. Lost a little bit of strength on the squat, a little bit on the bench, as expected.
Jack's deadlift increased by 10 kilos after 9 months off.
And so what about the deadlift? He gets 10 kilograms stronger. And what do I think of that? Well, 2 things come to mind. A, he's a kid. He's going to get stronger even if he doesn't train, and the deadlift requires the least amount of actual training to improve. The bench press and the squat take a lot more skill. Deadlift, you bend over and pick the thing up. It's not a highly skilled event. Powerlifters are going to argue with me, but it's a lot easier to learn how to deadlift than it is to learn how to squat or bench press. And secondly, he was training all out all the time when he did his transformation. He was perhaps overtraining. And if you overtrain, you're not recovered and you're not able to push with the intensity that you could. So for me, this is evidence that A, he was overtraining back in the day, and B, he's a young kid that's going to get stronger anyway. And so he should be getting not only stronger, but bigger as well. More evidence to support the fact that he probably used PDs during his transformation.
So if you've ever wanted to know what nearly a year off the gym does, this is a perfect example. Pretty shocking results.
And so what else can happen when you take off a year from the gym? Well, frankly, he didn't really gain much fat now, did he? Maybe a pound or 2, but he's in pretty damn good shape. He's not massive, but he's definitely lean. This is just an average looking physique for his age with very low body fat levels. So what would be my advice? Well, he was looking at his old videos and saying, geez, I wouldn't mind looking like that again. You can. This time, take your time. Don't bite off more than you can chew. You only need to start training maybe 2-3 times a week. Can you commit to that? If you can train 2 or 3 times a week, do that. You don't need to train every day. You don't need to wake up, do empty stomach cardio. You don't have to eat perfectly. Just start working out a little bit, 2 to 3 times a week. I promise you, in a year, you will be way stronger than you were at your best and have more muscle. You overdid it. You couldn't keep the motivation, so just try a little bit. Halfway there. Wishing you the best. I do believe you have amazing genetics for strength, especially, and you can, in fact, put on a lot of muscle while staying natural. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. GregDoucette.be Pro. Watch the bloops. Order the harder than last time supplements by clicking the link in the description. Also, I got the cookbook, training books, coaching plans by me and my team. Subscribe. Click the bell button. Follow me on the gram and the talk. And until next time, I am out.